Later Thursday. Better to be a brainy turd than a turd like brain. Kevin. Friday. Instead of chasing Kelly or punching Giant John like pizza dough, I try to be Godzilla to Robin's Mothra. I am bigger, but he is suddenly meaner. My words in my notebook have given him power over me, which isn't fair. Paul would say it is kind of fair, in a karma kind of way, but never forget, Paul is annoying. I see the library window from the recess field. Maybe I could go there, like Godzilla in the ocean, regenerate my powers. But no, Robin and I shout at each other, shooting fire from our mouth, angry enemies. He still wants to be the poetry bandit. He still wants all the credit. When I get close to his face, the fire from my mouth to his ear burns the truth in his head. Mrs. Little knows about me and the books. Hartwick knows about me and the books. The poetry bandit has been discovered. The poetry bandit is done. Like a moth to flame, I lure Robin in with my tractor beam of words. I call him all the worst things. A baby, a jealous nerd, ugly. But he is word-proof now, a fireproof moth. He does not combust. He expands. Kevin, Kevin, poetry boy, he yells. Kevin has 900 brothers who all hate him. Kevin has no friends. Robin grows 10 times bigger than my Godzilla, swollen with angry revenge. Kelly grabs my hand in the middle of the shouting fight with Robin. She face catches on fire. She drags me off. She says, maybe if you apologize to him, he'll stop. And I say, blah, wah, because she's still holding my hand. 808.51. Not the poetry section again. I smile. There is a note. A flyer. I unfold it as if it is a treasure map or a secret message from the FBI. Instead, it is an announcement. Beatnik's Brews Poetry Night, Friday, 8 p.m., and a handwritten note. If your parents give permission, I can give you a ride. I look at the checkout desk and think about the silver car with a dent that I sometimes see Mrs. Little climb into after school. I wonder if it smells funny in that car, if the AC works, what music scrambles from the speakers. Mrs. Little glances up over her half-rectangle glasses and smiles. The light catches the diamonds on the sides of her glasses, or the fake diamonds, or whatever. Her whole face is sparkly, and for just a speck of a second, I see what she looked like when she wasn't 9,000 years old. I smile back. I put my poem in the book and put the book on the right shelf with the other poems. Maybe Mrs. Little will find it like I found her folded flyer, and maybe she'll smile at the words I wrote. Later, Friday. I don't sing anything myself today. Instead, I slide a paper under the door and run fast to my room before Petey can call me a turd. Saturday. Football on TV. Somehow the whole family is home. A packed house. Even Patrick home from college for the weekend. Paul and I on the floor cheering. Dad throws chips at us. He is laughing. Wrong team, he yells, and we know it, which is why we cheer. Mom reads a book, her feet in Dad's lap. Petey and Philip call plays before the announcer says them. Patrick is in the kitchen eating all the food. We are a real family, like a TV show, but a classy one with a live audience laugh track. I make it a rule to not think about school when I'm at home, but I can't help wonder, what kind of TV show does Robin live in? What kind of TV show does Kelly live in? What kind of TV show does Mrs. Little live in? Do they have live audience laugh tracks? A chorus of awes? I bet Mrs. Little has a funny theme song running through her show that seems simple, but then burst out with bongos. Always a surprise. Mom doesn't look up from her book. She says, oh yeah, Friday we're all going to dinner together with my boss. Dad's eyebrows go up like helium-filled caterpillars. Paul says, everyone? Everyone. Petey says, can I bring Lacey? No. The game comes back on. I think no one hears when I say, but I have plans. Then Petey and Philip burst out laughing. Got a hot date? Got a bank to rob? Now everyone joins in. Job interview? Skydiving? Bus driving lessons? They're hilarious. Not. Everyone needs to be there, Kevin. Mom's face goes pointy. This could mean a promotion for me, normal hours, more money, everything we all want. So everyone comes on their best behavior. Everyone. Monday. Mother said no, no, no. I said fool. I put it on the shelving cart and then I leave. Tuesday. Old lady hand on my shoulder, veins and wrinkles, shiny rings. But when I close my eyes, energy shoots from the veins, like from a superhero whose power is to say, that's okay, but without using words. There are people who talk so much all the time, forever, with words falling from their mouth like crumbs from a sandwich. But then there are people who never talk, hardly ever, except with their eyes and their head tilts and their lips that can smile and frown at the same time. Mrs. Little says so much without ever shouting about responsibility. Thursday. Do you think Kevin is a stupid loser? That's what the note said in perfect handwriting, though the paper was so wrinkled it looked like my Easter shirt wadded up at the bottom of my drawer. Robin tossed it on my chair. The note, not my Easter shirt. A big box was checked yes. Everyone signed it. Everyone except Kelly. Someone even pretended to sign Mrs. Smithson's name. At least I'm pretty sure it was fake. Harry the Mole signed it too. Eyes on me is all she says. Not, don't pass notes, Robin. Not, see me after class, Robin. Not, pay attention, Robin. Eyes on me. How can eyes not be on her, with Harry staring at us like that? My pillow over my head, my homework on the floor, my window painted shut, my door closed with a chair under the knob. No one in, no one out. I breathe into the pillow, hot breath stinking it up. Then I hear it, muffled. The pillow hits the floor. The homework is under my foot. The window blinds rattle. The chair goes back to the desk. I am in the hall. I am out. Because I think I heard something I could not possibly have heard, but then I hear it again, among the robo cat slaughter sounds. The days go by so long and so hard, the days go by so slow and so far. The days go by so stretched like a cord from broken down, slammed around electric guitars. My words, coming from the guy who looks like the other guys. They saw my paper. They're singing my rhymes. I am so happy I punched the air, and it feels better than punching Giant John ever did. Friday. It doesn't make sense that wearing a necktie could make a difference at all in the world ever, but especially when it comes to my mom getting a promotion. And yet, I am strangled by blue with small red dots, the same colors my face will be any minute now. I didn't want to see poetry readings anyway. Fancy people on stage, talking about flowers and trees and ravens and feelings. I don't care about any of that stuff. Jagged rocks don't care about people on stage. Jagged rocks don't care about flowers. Jagged rocks don't have feelings. Except maybe they do. Except maybe I do. I hate this tie. Dinner. You know how when something bad happens, your ears feel stuffed with socks, your eyes focus like microscopes, your cheeks catch on fire, time slows down, and no matter how much you wish, pray, promise, beg, a hole does not open up and swallow you? Well, none of that changes when you're at a fancy restaurant with your mom's boss and your brother puts Tabasco sauce on your fries, and you don't notice until it's too late, so you punch him under the table while you're choking and gasping and spitting french fry chunks everywhere. And you knock your drink into your mom's boss's drink like dominoes that land in his lap, but cold and wet and smelling like the lady who works at the post office. Friday never ends. Mom is so angry, maybe angrier than ever before. I can see it in her face. The way her eyes don't match the curl of her lips, the way her eyes suck in all the energy of the room, the way her eyes are a vortex trying to swallow me whole. Friday never ends, the outside of the restaurant edition. The bench is hard and the metal hurts my back, but it's better out here than inside, listening to Mom apologize for me. Always the mistake, always ruining things. I kick a rock out from under the bench. It hits a trash can. With a bang, it breaks in half. Good. I sit in the night for a long time, watching cars go by. It stinks to live in a really small town, because tonight I know all the cars, everyone seeing me on the bench, a statue formerly known as Kevin. Cars stop and go at the red light. Customers come and go from the restaurant. I shoot laser eyes at everyone. Stop and go. Zap. Come and go. Zap. They're not trapped like me. Zap. One car stops at the light even though it's green. Two cars honk, but it doesn't move. I zap it with my laser eyes. It still doesn't move. It's an old car, beat up, silver, with rust on the bottom. Do I know this car too? In jerks, the passenger window opens, like the jerks I feel when I fall asleep. Only now I'm waking up, more and more with each jerk of the window. Kevin, is that you? The voice doesn't belong in the nighttime or in the road or between the honks of other angry drivers. I stand, my statue legs breaking free. She has leaned across the seat to open the window, her silver hair around her shoulders, shining in the streetlights. Shadows darken her wrinkles. I walk to the sidewalk, hold up my hand to wave hi or say, "Stop, please." What's the matter then? Her voice belongs in the sound of music or on PBS, not in the parking lot of Ches whatever. It turns out I've been crying. Who knew? Her face is soft with sympathy, so soft I feel sick. She puts her hand on my shoulder. It makes me jump. Kevin, how can I help? I hiccup, wipe my face. Where are your parents? Friday rescue. Wind on my face, seatbelt on, tie off. I am free for now. She just walked in like a queen, introduced herself, apologized for interrupting, asked if she could borrow me. Dad couldn't say anything. Mom tried to say no. Mrs. Little wouldn't listen, though. She called me talented, a poet. Paul ruffled my hair and smiled. Philip and Petey snickered, but Mom's boss gave them laser eyes, and they stopped. She called me a schemer, no doubt, but also smart, funny, fragile. Dad's mouth stayed open, catching flies, if chess whatever had flies. Certainly he should go. Mom's boss said, standing, shaking Mrs. Little's hand, his pants still wet. You must be so proud, he said to Mom, smiling. Her face turned pink from the neck up, a crawling warmth climbing behind her ears until she said with bright eyes, Yes, yes, I am. What? She's giving me the hieroglyph eye as she drives. What? She asked again. I am giving her the hieroglyph eye back. The words she just said in there, so many at one time, more than I've ever heard her say, and they were all about me, and they were nice. They didn't fall from her mouth, they flew like flaming arrows keeping everyone away, but keeping me warm. What? She asked one more time, her hieroglyph eye shining in the dark. Nothing, I say. I hope my hieroglyph eye is shining too. Open mic. How old is this guy? His glasses say old, but his shorts say young. His words say old, but his smile says young. He talks in the microphone like he's telling a secret, but we can all hear. I drink a hot cup of decaf coffee. It tastes like my dad's breath on Sundays. Mrs. Little says you can't watch an open mic without coffee, but she smiles when I push mine away, and she buys me a Coke in a real glass bottle. My eyes widen. The girl said a swear right into the microphone. No one seems to notice except me. A teacher in the night, at a table, in a coffee shop, like a regular person, is weird. Like a tiger at the grocery store buying ice cream and toilet paper. Dew drops on flat leaves. I try not to groan out loud. Glistening in the moonlight, I roll my eyes and then roll them again. Gentle breezes spin the drops like marbles. I can't help a bored cough. Unlike marbles, the drops evaporate. I look at Mrs. Little. She is loving it. As the breeze reveals itself to be breath. Wait, what? Of a dragon long since thought dead. Dragon? Awesome! Everyone claps. I clap the hardest. 2 muffins, more Coke, 5 more poets. Mrs. Little stands, smooths wrinkles out of her skirt. I stand too. Crumbs fall from my shirt. A man walks over to her. They hug. This is my youngest son. I am confused. I'm not her son. But then I realize the dragon poem poet from the stage is her son. Maybe a little older than Patrick. His teeth are white, white, white. He shakes my hand. Nice to meet you, Kevin. I've heard so much about you. I look at Mrs. Little. She's smiling. Her face is soft. I think I'm smiling too.